Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Akatsuki. Going over the matchmaking, the enemy team has a Hood, Gneisenau, Sinop, Helena, Double Shiratsuyu, and Leningrad. The map is Ring, 3-cap domination, and gonna kick this one off with really the lesson this game is about really exploiting a flank. I'm gonna have a little bit of luck here with an engagement with a DD, and that's gonna really just open up this entire flank, and just gonna talk you through how you really can work this type of situation to net yourself a bunch of free damage, a bunch of extra pressure on the enemy team, and maybe even open things up for future major damage dealing opportunities like torpedo hits, things like that. So just taking a look at my team. My team's kind of got a decent deployment going out. Looks like might have DDs going to all 3 caps. That's fine by me. I'm kind of out here all by myself now. One concern I do have is the Leningrad. He's one of the few destroyers able to outrun Akatsuki, and is obviously a viable gun threat as well. So what I'm looking to do is just set this up to where if I do get in trouble, and you can see I'm checking my engine boost right now, that the Helena, the King George, they would all have shots on any DD that's going to try to chase me. And if you look, I'm playing this really passive. I'm not even really approaching the cap, looking to come back behind the island, and boom, we've got the Leningrad here, and I instantly smoke up. Why I do that, I'm not looking to trade HP. There's my smoke. I'm basically using AFT against this Leningrad. This Leningrad's probably running AFT, so I know that my King George is going to be able to keep this guy lit. And I'm just going to throw some shots in here and see if I can't get some additional damage on this guy. Unfortunately, he does drop off detection, but he lost about half of his HP, whereas I took, about 1,000, 1,400 damage, something like that. So I'm going to push this aggressively again, and what I'm looking for is to see if this King George is going to help me out again, and that's why I'm trying to pursue this aggressively. Now, what I should do is, let him know ahead of time, requesting support, ping the minimap, let this guy know that, hey, I'm coming for this guy, have your guns rotated. I haven't done that just because the positioning of the King George makes me think that his guns are facing my direction. And I do spot the Leningrad, and just keeping this guy spotted. I was trying to see if he'd be spotted long enough for the King George to get a shot off. I don't think it's really happening right now. So now that I'm detected, I'm going to go on ahead and, take some shots. Now what I'm looking for is this Leningrad. He's looking at me. He's going to drive right around this island right in front of my King George. So I know that there's going to be a big hit coming from my King George here shortly. So, and there's the luck that I was talking about. I wasn't relying on the fact that I was going to detonate this guy. I was looking for my King George to blast half or more of the HP off that Leningrad as he comes around the corner of the island. But turns out if a guy doesn't run his signal flags, it really can make quite a bit of difference in the course of a battle. So make sure you run your detonation flags, guys. They're cheap. So, pushing up here, obviously just going to try to get this A cap as soon as possible. Going to go ahead and take a shot at this Helena. See, he's getting ready to disappear behind the island, so why not get a freebie in there? 6 penetrations there, so a nice 3K hit. And this is the opportunity that I'm detecting right now, and that is pushing back in the enemy backfield. You see all of these ships aren't spotted right now. That's an issue for all of my team. These guys down here don't have anything to shoot right here, so it's twofold. I'm going to be able to get a lot of vision back here on the enemy team, and I'm also going to force them in a situation they want to have their guns pointed south to shoot at, you know, the Scharnhorst, the Helena, you know, my DDs down here. If I'm up here shooting them, they've got to turn their guns all the way around and try to shoot at me, and I've got the, you know, the opportunity to just get undetected, whether I just stop shooting, whether I smoke up, and I can sit there and do this over and over again and just basically make these guys, if they're willing to shoot at me, but they want to shoot at my team too, make them spend the rest of the game just rotating their turrets back and forth, being ineffective. So came around this corner, you know, being safe, just seeing if I could spot this Helena. He pushed up into the B cap, so I'm just gonna wrap around and I'm gonna start gunboating here very shortly. Got my engine boost going, and just gonna start trying to get some damage going on these ships as I'm coming around. These guys aren't really gonna be expecting, you know, a DD in the backfield getting ready to do a bunch of damage on them. The Helena goes down. Now this is gonna spawn an opportunity for my torpedoes. I'm 8.3 kilometers off this hood. Once I start shooting the hood, you're gonna see him start doing a big turn out. He's turning around. He's getting ready to basically turn his guns around and start engaging me. And I'm basically, when I see, you can see the turn right here. I'm looking, yep, there's the turn. I'm just leading the torpedoes. A nice big wide fan set of torps right there. Oh, we got DDs to shoot. I think my Z39's got hydro up, and I'm just going to exploit this opportunity to take some horrible shots. So I know the Z39's hydroing these guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take the smoke, start working on these guys. Shiratsuyu doesn't really have anybody else to shoot. You can see he's just kind of in a pickle. I see I'm gonna pick up 2 torpedo hits. There goes the hood, and I'm just gonna keep working this Shiratsuyu. That had some questionable RNG, but okay. For some reason my aim's been a little trash recently. There goes the enemy Shiratsuyu, and again, just getting right out of the smoke, getting these torpedoes out here, thinking this battleship might not want to push into all of this down here, and if he stays there, that's fine. He can eat my torpedoes. So not giving these guys any sort of respite, pushing them right into the jaws of my team, and the whole way just gonna be shooting these guys, getting in their business, just being as big a pest as possible. You can see his guns aren't on me. If they're not on me, I'm shooting. Now Sinop is pretty resistant to HE spam, but you know, every little bit counts. Gonna rotate targets to this Gneisenau now. He's right at the edge of my range. You can see this Sinop, he's not too wild about, you know, pushing around and right into my team. So this whole, every time, you know, he goes to stop, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump torps right up his backside. You know, going ahead and try to reverse and, you know, bow tank my team, you're just gonna eat a bunch of torps. And that's the power of this sort of positioning. These guys, this Synop, he's really got no way to turn his main battery and shoot at me. He's pretty much can only just run away from me. And admittedly, it will take me a while to kill him with my HE, but you know, it helps my team out. We just got one battleship left. I'm gonna go ahead and take a perspective blind shot, and here he goes. Again, Gneisenau's focused on my enemy KGV, so just me shooting in the background, that's helping out. Because I'm not being shot at with main battery, I'm okay with not smoking right now. I think that's going to be the shot that's going to finish this one off here shortly. Yep. And boom, got him put down. So really this lesson is look for these opportunities on the flank to get in there behind the enemy team and really just start to unwind that flank. You can do a ridiculous amount of work over the course of a game, getting where you can just, I mean, this Akatsuki, I consider it a decent gunboat, but it's something that, you know, you can keep those guns just singing with any of the DDs when you get into those types of positions, just because the enemy team, if they take the time to rotate their guns to shoot you, you just go dark, and now they've got to rotate their guns back. And for battleships, you're talking, you know, they're missing a full reload out of shooting your team, and that adds up. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this game. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. As always, the link for the build description will be in the video description, and as will invites to the community Discord. And if you get something out of these videos, consider becoming a Patreon. The invite will be down there as well. Hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.